And last but not least, for lesson number 5, I would like to use Remind as the tool that I would share with my colleagues or new Open Campus and Juntos coordinators as a tool to communicate with program participants. So previously I shared about Facebook groups for Juntos, but now I want to show one that has been the most effective for me in communicating with program participants. So one thing I want to point out, here we're looking at what the Remind website looks like, but I do want to point out that there is a mobile app for Remind, both on Android and iOS, and that is what I primarily use. I don't really go on the browser version of it, but here is the browser version, and it works pretty similarly. So you'll see that I have on the left-hand columns, those are the groups that I have. They're called, I think they're called classes on here. And so the classes basically are the groups, and with all the context. And so with each one of those groups, when I want to create a message, I can add as many groups as I want, and sometimes it's just a message to everyone. And I'm not going to actually send a message here, or you can send it to people individually, or just select people from groups. But yeah, so let's say I was going to send all these folks a message, and you would type in the message right here, and then when you're done, you can either schedule the message to go out at a certain time, or you can just send it right away, and they will get it at that time. You can also include documents into your message, and one thing I want to point out is that the people who receive these messages will receive them via text message to their mobile device, their cell phone. They do not need to download the Remind app in order to do that. In order to create the message and send it, you need either the app or the browser version of Remind with your account. But this is a very convenient way to communicate. It's like a mass text message that goes out to everyone. And then what happens is each participant, if they want to follow up with you about your message to them, they can reply to you, and it will reply only to you in the app or the website. That way, not everyone is getting a reply all. It's just it becomes a one-on-one conversation from that initial message that you send. In order to create a new class, you can hit create new class. You title your class. You can create a code. So let's say I was doing, again, Juntos Portland. Down here, I could do Juntos Po, right? Or I think I have to do a certain amount of letters. So Juntos Por, and I would then share that code once I create the class. I'd share that code with people, and that's how they would join the class. So here, let me see if I can create this group. The easiest way to populate your lists for these classes is to share that code with your Juntos participants. So if you share this image with them and they see that they can text at Juntos for Juntos Portland to 81010, what this does is it automatically replies to them asking for their first and last name, which they reply to with their first and last name, and then that populates them into your class, and it tells you who they are, and that's it. It's as easy as that. And from there on, you can send them messages as a group or individually. It's honestly the best way that I have been able to keep in touch with my participants. and I highly recommend it.